Putting it all together, how the two systems work together. Recall that macrophages as well as lymphocytes reside within lymphoid organs and tissues. In addition, reticular fibers make up the internal framework of these organs and tissues, and these reticular fibers help to trap pathogens, making them available to phagocytic cells such as macrophages and also to the lymphocytes. In addition, lymphoid organs and tissues are where lymphocytes encounter their antigens for the first time. Recall that when they encounter an antigen, they are activated, which means that they will begin to divide. Recall that we use the term proliferation for divide, and they will also then differentiate into different types of lymphocytes, each one with a specific function. Immunity can be divided up into two main types. And within these two types of immunity, there are three levels or three lines of defenses. Let's begin with innate immunity. This is nonspecific immunity. In defining it, let's look at the terms. Nonspecific means that this immune response is against a wide variety of pathogens. Innate refers to the fact that it is present at birth. So this is an immediate response. You are born with the cells and the proteins involved in this type of response, as well as the barriers. This is the type of response that occurs within the first 12 hours of exposure to a pathogen. This makes it a rapid response. There are two lines of defenses. Level 1, which is the first line of defense, and this consists of your barriers, such as your skin and your mucous membranes. This prevents the pathogens from entering your body. If the pathogens do enter the body, the second line of defense, or level 2, kicks in. So this occurs beneath the surfaces. The second type of immunity is called adaptive immunity. This is a specific immune response. Let's define this. The term specific means that the immune cells that participate in adaptive immunity recognize and attack only one specific type of antigen. I've used this term before. An antigen is usually a glycoprotein located on the cell membrane. This glycoprotein consists of a protein with a carbohydrate attached to it. There are self-antigens, and these are antigens located on your cells. This helps identify those cells as belonging to you. There are also non-self antigens that are located on foreign cells. This helps identify these cells as not belonging to you. This immune response is adaptive, which means that after the first encounter with an antigen, subsequent encounters, responses will occur much more quickly and much more effectively. In other words, a second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. response is going to occur much faster and much stronger. Hopefully, this will prevent you from becoming ill. So there is an improvement in the immune response. Adaptive immunity is a level 3 response, or the third line of defense. It is a systemic response because the lymphocytes involved in adaptive immunity do not remain within one location. Once they encounter their antigens, they will then move throughout the body looking for the antigen so that they can eliminate it. This flowchart helps illustrate the differences between the innate and the adaptive immune responses. Let's begin with the innate. Recall that level 1 consists of surface barriers and secretions. That's going to include your skin and your mucous membranes. If the pathogen is able to breach the surface barrier, level 2 will kick in, and this is going to involve internal defenses. We'll be looking at different types of plasma proteins and different actions that will occur within level 2, as well as the different types of cells. This will involve phagocytosis, a type of leukocyte called a natural killer cell, inflammation, antimicrobial proteins, and fever. The innate response, recall, is going to be your first response. It is rapid, immediate, and occurs within the first 12 hours of exposure to the pathogen. The adaptive response is going to be much more slower, but it is going to be long-lived. And remember, subsequent responses are going to be stronger and quicker. So there is a change, a difference between the initial encounter and all subsequent or later encounters. It will involve B cells, B lymphocytes, through what is called humoral immunity, and T lymphocytes through cell-mediated immunity. We'll be looking at this in other videos.